morning, students. How are you? Okay. Today we will start first chapter of class 10. Okay, students. Class 10. First chapter is real number. Okay. Before getting the concept of real number, students, we should know about two types of number, and that is rational number. First is rational number, and second is and second, this is first, and second is irrational number. Okay, irrational number. Fine. Now we will define one by one. First, rational number. What is rational number? Okay, student. Okay. Now, rational number, a number in the form of a number in the form of in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0, comma, p and q are integers. Fine. P and q are integers, comma. There is no common factor. There is no common factor. Okay, students, there is no common factor other than 1. Other than 1 means that is there is only one common factor, that is 1. Fine. So there is no common factor other than 1. Is called is called is called rational number. Fine. Okay, students. Now we have in this definition, there is a term integers. Students, we must know about integers. What are integers? Let us define integer. Integers. Okay, students, all natural number and their negative, that means negative of any natural number. Fine. And their negative, students, negative, that means we can say like this. Okay, and their negative along with 0, fine, along with 0 are called integers. Fine, students. Okay, next, now on a number line we can represent integers. Students, one thing I want to tell you, that when I ask students where should we write 0 on number line, then many students say that in middle we write 0, like this. Students reply. Okay, but one thing I want to tell you, that there is no midpoint of a line, so we can write 0 anywhere on a line. We can represent 0 anywhere, like this, here or here or here. So we will not say that we put 0 at the middle of a line. This is a wrong statement. Okay, students. Now, one thing, the right side of the 0 is positive number. Okay, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. And the negative side like this, we represent and we represent integers on number line. Here represent, how to represent, integers. Okay, students, on number line. This is the way we draw a line. Here we write, anywhere we can write 0. This is 1, 2, 3. Fine. And the left side of the 0, negative numbers. So we write -1, -2, -3. Students, these are integers. Fine. Now we should know types of integers. Types of integers. Okay, students. Fine. Types of integers. Okay. Types of integer. Students, there are three types of integers. Right side of the 0, these are called positive integers. These are called positive integers. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going up to plus infinite. Fine. And the negative side of the 0 is, these are called negative integers. Negative integers. This is up to minus infinite. So students, here we are looking, there are two types of infinite. One is positive infinite and another is negative infinite. Students, I want to explain you what is infinite. Positive infinite first. What is positive infinite? A larger and larger and larger and larger number is called positive infinite. Okay, students, fine. Larger and larger and larger, it means we don't know about that particular number. That's why we say larger and larger and larger number is called positive infinite. And when we have to say about negative infinite, we say a smaller and smaller and smaller. Number is called negative infinite. Fine, students. Now, students, we understood integers, types of integers, and third type of integer. Here, as I have told you, there are three types of integers. One is positive integer, and second is negative integer, and third one, this is, there is only one example, and that is non-positive, non-negative integer. Non-positive, non-negative integer. And students, there is only one example of this type, and that is 0 only. Okay, now understood rational number. It means what? We can say that examples of rational number. These are examples. Minus 3 by 5, 0. It is also a rational number because 0 by 1 is hidden here. Okay. So there are many examples of rational number. Students, one thing I want to tell you, the basic concept, 0 by any number, 0 divided by any number is equal to 0, except there is one exception, except 0 by 0. This is what? This is called indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. Students, we will study about indeterminate form in class 11 in chapter limits. We will discuss limits chapter also in my next video. Okay. Now, 0 by any number. This is basic concept. 0 by any number. Any number means any, either negative, positive, anything, whatever, except 0 by 0. Always be 0. And any number by 0 is infinite. The same exception is here also. That is 0 by 0 is not infinite. Fine, students? Okay, any number by 0 is infinite. And the other concept, 0 multiply any number is equal to 0. We can reverse any number multiply 0 is equal to 0. Fine, students? Now come to the second term, that is irrational number. Irrational number. Irrational number. Okay, students? Now, whenever we have to say about irrational number, simply we say a number which is not a rational is called irrational. Very good. But if we want to understand what is irrational number, we should know about the decimal number. Then we will make more clear about irrational number. What is decimal number? We know that a number in the form of decimal. Okay. There are two types of decimal number. Students, listen carefully. There are two types of decimal number. One is terminating decimal. One is terminating decimal number. And another is non-terminating. Non-terminating decimal number. Fine. Terminating the decimal number further has no type, but non-terminating decimal number has further two types. One is non-terminating, non-repeating. Non-terminating and non-terminating, non-repeating. Non-repeating decimal number. And second type is non-terminating, repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. Students, terminating means what do you mean by terminating decimal number? A decimal number which digits after the decimal are countable. For example, 3.24. So we can count how many digits after, that means right side of the decimal is countable. So it is terminating decimal. This is the example of terminating decimal number. And non-terminating, non-repeating, the example is the value of square root of 2. This is 1.41432. Like this we can get, and this is non-terminating. Okay. Non-terminating means we cannot count how many times the digits are, okay, after the right side of the decimal. Is it clear? It means digits are uncountable the right side of the decimal. That is called non-terminating. Non-repeating means there is no any digit going to repeat after the decimal or right side of the decimal. Fine, students. Now non-terminating, repeating. Suppose we find the value of 1 by 3 in decimal form. We get 0.333 up to infinite times. Fine. So here, what are we looking at? We are unable to count that how many times of 3 are here. That's why it is non-terminating. Repeating because 3 is repeating again and again. And this is also written as, it can be written as 0.3 recurring. So this is non-terminating, repeating. Students, this terminating, this part, this terminating decimal number. This is terminating decimal number along with non-terminating repeating. This is called rational number. This is the word of rational number. Rational number. Okay, student. And only this one. Only non-terminating, non-repeating. This is non-terminating, non-repeating decimal number is the word of irrational number. This is irrational number. It means what? Now we can define irrational number as, this is irrational. Irrational number. Okay, students. That means what? If we want to define the irrational number, we simply say non-terminating, non-repeating decimal number is called irrational number. So here what are we able to see, students? We are looking here that, wait a minute. This is. It means there are two types of numbers, rational and irrational. Rational and irrational. Fine. And the set of rational and irrational is called real number. This is called real number. Understood, students? We can say that all types of numbers, all types of numbers all types of numbers are real number. Right? This is real number. Up to class 10, we should know about only real number. But after class 10, when we will study maths in class 11, then there we will get a new number, that is imaginary number. Imaginary number. Okay, students, in class 10, we read about real numbers only, but one thing we should know about the imaginary number. What is imaginary number? For example, suppose I ask you, what is the square root of 9? Easily you can say plus minus 3. But when I ask you what is the square root of minus 9, we are unable to say. But in class 11, we can say the value of square root of minus 9. Students, in my next video, when in class video of class 11 we will discuss about imaginary number and complex number. Fine. Now, real number. Everyone understood real number. The set of rational, the set of rational and irrational. Very simple. And irrational is called real number. It's called real. Okay, students. Now come to the syllabus. In class 10, we have to study Euclid's division lemma, the first topic. Euclid's division lemma. What is Euclid division lemma? That means what? A concept as given by Euclid, who was a mathematician, that he had told for any two positive integers, for any two positive integers. Okay, students, suppose those are A and B. There exist Q and R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, and where R is greater than equal to 0 and less than B. This is called Euclid's division lemma. Fine, students. Everyone, this is the rule of division, and Euclid, according to Euclid division lemma, we must say about this one. That means the limits of R, that is remainder. This is here. When we divide a number, this is, that means we can say that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Whenever we say, then we must say about the remainder, that is either greater than 0 or equal to 0, but always less than the divisor. This is the same thing. So according to the Euclid division lemma, there are any two positive integers A and B. There exists Q and R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, where R is either greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. Okay, students. Now, this is the concept of real number. Okay, students. In next class, we will discuss some questions on this from this chapter. Fine. Okay.